The United Nations has raised serious concerns over the growing crisis in Venezuela following the U.S. capture of President Nicolás Maduro. UN Secretary-General Antonio Guterres warning that the development could intensify instability inside Venezuela and have wider consequences for the region. Speaking to the UN Security Council in New York, Antonio Guterres said he was deeply concerned about the potential fallout and the precedent such actions could set for relations between nations. The comments came just hours before Maduro was scheduled to appear in a Manhattan federal court on U.S. drug-related charges, which he has strongly denied. Guterres also questioned the legality of the U.S. operation carried out in Caracas, saying it may not have respected international law. Calling for restraint, the UN chief urged all Venezuelan stakeholders to engage in inclusive and democratic dialogue and said the United Nations stands ready to support a peaceful path forward for the country.
What is less certain is the immediate future of Venezuela. I am deeply concerned about the possible intensification of the instability in the country, the potential impact on the region, and the precedent it may set for how relations between and among states are conducted. Mr. President, the latest developments follow a period of heightened tensions beginning in mid-August, as discussed in this Council on 2 previous occasions. I have consistently stressed the imperative of full respect by all for international law, including the Charter of the United Nations, which provides the foundation for the maintenance of international peace and security. I remain deeply concerned that rules of international law have not been respected with regard to the 3 January military action. The Charter enshrines the prohibition of the threat or use of force against the territorial integrity or political independence of any state. I call on all Venezuelan actors to engage in an inclusive, democratic dialogue in which all sectors of society can determine their future. This entails the full respect of human rights, the rule of law, and the sovereign will of the Venezuelan people.
Venezuela has launched a sweeping crackdown in the aftermath of the U.S. attack that led to the ouster of President Nicolás Maduro. Under a state of emergency, the Venezuelan government has ordered police and security forces to hunt down and arrest anyone accused of supporting or promoting the U.S. military action. According to the text of the decree, authorities have been instructed to, quote-unquote, immediately begin the national search and capture of all those allegedly linked to backing the armed attack by the U.S. The order dramatically widens the scope of arrests, raising fears of a broad internal purge. The decree has technically been in force since Saturday, but its full text was made public only today, revealing the scale and severity of the government's response.